Did I ever tell you about the time I was a dolphin trainer? Good afternoon. I'm on the bike. We're going for a little Friday night camp. Let's have a little walk now. Give the old tyres a rest. There's a lot of weight these tyres you've got to put up with, you know. I don't want to puncture them. Yeah, I'm going back to that spot I was at last time. Don't know, did I give it a name? I have to think of one. But yeah, it's lovely. Summer's finally arrived. I must apologise for my face fuzz. I think I did last time, but it wasn't as long. No, I'm growing it out and I've got to go to the barber's next week. So I'm going to have it trimmed nice. I think it was the wrong time of year to decide to grow a beard. I think most sensible people do it in the winter months. But anyway, I'm just going to take a little walk up, then I'm going to get back on the bike and ride to the camp. It's a lot easier on the bike. Right, onwards. It's certainly a lovely day for it. I meant to get out last weekend, but I had too much to do in the garden and at home. That sort garden out, a couple of tip runs, a bit of tidying up, a bit of housework while they were indoors was at work. And then I just chilled. Come Sunday, I couldn't be bothered to do anything either. I got so drunk on the Sunday. Oh, I got very drunk. I've not to drink all week. Got 4 lagers for tonight. I arrived where I thought was the right place, but it's all overgrown. It's amazing how much an area changes in the space for a month or two. I don't recognise the place. I've been looking on my old video trying to see if I recognise any of the trees. I'm sure I came up that path there, I came in over there, and I thought that was where I was hanging around at the end when it was raining. But I'm looking at that tree line, and that, I'm sure, was further back. But that's all covered in ferns. Oh, well, anyway, I'm staying here now. Right, let's get unpacked, get it set up. It's getting on, it's around 6ish. So, yeah. Oh, everything's overgrown. I bet I'm going to get a tick as well. Right, anyway, next I'm in shorts. I brought, I'm just in shorts, t-shirt and trainers. I didn't want to risk getting the blisters with the boots. I still haven't broke them in properly. I'm just in this t-shirt, so I'll throw on thing I wear for camping, a pair of shorts and trainers. I've got my body warmer and a pair of tracksuit bottoms if it gets chilly. So yeah, right, I'll get it sorted. I shall see you shortly. Where the f*** am I? I couldn't do much filming. I had so much to get sorted. I've gone for a different configuration. What do you call this one? Is it like a lean-to one? Yeah, I had to get the poles, cut all the pegs, set this up, and I've also been practicing my knots. So I'll go into that in another video. But yeah, oh excuse me, I don't know what the time is now. I think it's gone 7 o'clock. But yeah, first one, and I'm only halfway through. Got to have something to eat in a minute. But this has all changed. It's just different. It's amazing, isn't it? A month or two could totally change the landscape. The thing is, this is the spot, but I don't recognise any of the trees. So, freaky. So yeah, I'm in the hammock tonight. Hopefully it'll be a nice comfy one. I don't think I'm going to need to put the tracksuit bottoms on. I stung my legs to bits on stinging nettles when I was going for these poles. Stinging nettles everywhere over there. There's a load of deadwood, so I had to go rooting. Right, I'm just going to sit here and chill. I've got a few blooper clips as well. I'm saving all the screw ups. I've got to do like a blooper end of year thing. Yeah, I had a classic. Bing! No, don't worry. You'll see it eventually. Right, let me finish this. It's just so peaceful. I set this up in the back garden, and I was hoping when the missus tried it, she'd fall out and I'd capture it on camera, but it didn't happen. She got in and out quite safely. I'm so glad summer's here. From January the 2nd, once you get Christmas and New Year out of the way, I tend to just focus ahead on days like this time of year. I can't abide the cold. It's pointless. It just goes on and on. This year in particular, it went on and on and on. And no, I definitely prefer the heat. I'd rather have 40-degree days than 0, -5 or whatever. Even when it's just cold and grey and dark, you get up in the dark and you go home in the dark. And, yeah, so I'm also doing a bit of wood whittling. I bought a wood whittling kit last year. Started making a spoon. It's getting there, let's say that. But also last year I was down in Thetford Forest and I managed to procure myself some catty forks. Got I think 3 or 4 of them seasoning. And I wrote the date on them, which is not a bad idea to do, so you know when you harvested it. 20th of the 9th, 22. So that was nearly my birthday last year. Yeah, so I was out and about around Thetford Forest, and I knew I wanted to get some seasoned wood for catties because I always screw them up. And what I found out was you're supposed to season them, let them completely dry out before you debark them. Because if you get them fresh and then you debark them, as the wood shrinks and it's drying, it splits. So I've left the bark on. So I might have a go at that tonight and tomorrow morning. Try and crack on with that spoon as well. And a quick shout out to a channel I stumbled across today. As I said, I've been trying different things, and one of those things that I've been trying has been knots. And I come across a video from a channel called Coops Outdoors. Coops, COOPZ Outdoors. I'll put a link in. Yeah, thank you very much. I did comment on your video and you replied. It's coming really helpful. As a matter of fact, we'll go and have a look. I mean, I made a bit of a bodge up of the end. I did manage it of sorts, but the one that I really, really wanted to do, which I've been meaning to, is it the Pruswick knot? I've been meaning to do that for ages, and do you know what? It worked a bloody treat. Yeah, so they come in handy, and for the ridgeline, putting this tarp up, I've been meaning to suss out those knots, and they're really simple. Some of the simplest knots ever. And yeah, it just tensions this tarp to the ridgeline, and it's just brilliant. So yeah, thank you very much. Cheers for that. I'll give you a sub later. Right, I don't really know what to do. I'm sitting here. Oh, there was something I wanted to say. What was it? It was a live last week Funky Prepper and Bjorn Ball Hansen. They were having a live together, and I the conversation topic changes really quickly on these lives, and sometimes by the time you've got your comment in, it's completely changed, and the context of what you've said sometimes gets lost. And I think Bjorn kind of got the long end of the stick of something I said, because it was talking about something. It was talking about bugging out and this, that, and the other. And I just commented that I'm surprised actually that I can carry 100 litre, which I haven't got today. I carry 100 litre MTP Bergen, ram full through these woods for a few miles. And by the time I've got here, I feel like I could still do it again. And I just commented that it's quite surprising, at my age, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do that for. But Bjorn kind of took that as if to mean I was planning on, in a shit hits the fan situation, that I was planning on walking the length and breadth of the UK carrying 100 litre burger. Of course you're not. It's like, yeah, so no, that's not what I was going to do. But it did get me to thinking that I'd really like to go a bit more lightweight, try and get my kit right down. I mean, I tried it today, but it's not that easy. I tried it today for the bike, because I'm obviously on a bikepacking overnighter. And I thought, no, all I'll do is I'll take this, it just don't work. You think, hold on, I need that. Oh, yeah, no, I definitely need that. And before you know it, you're loaded up. I had to take a full rucksack, 4 cans of lager. I needed them anyway. But even so, I've got a shed load of stuff with me, and I need it. So, but I do want to try and get the weight down. I want to go as minimal as possible. But yeah, that just got me thinking. It was funny. You kind of thought I was talking about bugging out and walking hundreds of miles with 100 litre MTP on, what, 51, 52 years of age? Yeah, that's going to work, isn't it? But no, that's what I'm saying. The conversations change so quick on these lives that by the time you've commented on something, it's out of context of what is actually being spoken about. So you kind of got the wrong end of the stick there. Got another funeral to go to as well. And I'm not going to bring the mood down. I mean, I'm having a really, really good time now. I'm chilled. I'm enjoying myself. I'm still a bit shocked by what happened with Jason and that, but these things happen. But no, it was a workmate, a bit older than me. He just recently had his 70th birthday. Bit older, so 20 years. But yeah, he'd retired. It was just before lockdown. I think it was around about 2019 or something like that. And I remember him saying, like, we were drivers together, and I was like, oh, well, jealous. Do you know what I mean? And he was like, oh, mate, do you know? And it just is what it is. You get to retirement, and there's still those that have to work, and it sucks. Yeah. So anyway, he was really enjoying his retirement, and him and his missus had a camper van, and they were going out and about, and he'd post on Facebook and everything. And he was just living life. He was living life. I mean, he just turned 70, and he'd, he was living life like he was in his 50s, 40s and 50s, and he was a lovely bloke. He was originally from Essex. There's another foreigner up these parts like me. Oh, excuse me. But was it last week I got a call from my mate Luke. It was on my day off. And Luke called me. He was out on his run. And he was chatting about something. And then he said, sorry to call you be the bearer of bad news, mate. He said, but I've got to tell you, he said, Alan died this morning. What? I couldn't believe it. Yeah, heart attack. Just living his life, and really enjoying his retirement. So that's another funeral I've got to go to, but I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not, I just thought I'd mention it. But funerals just seem to be coming thick and fast these days. So that'll be 2 this year already. I've been to a funeral every single year since I think 2019 is it? Yeah, about 2019. No, 2018 I think. And they do say this: the older you get, the more frequent the funerals become. And like I said before, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. Live it like it's your last, boys and girls. Live it like it's your last. Oh, I've got a little something planned for next year as well. My cousin, along with my mum, have organised a family trip to Ireland. Now, in case you didn't know, we are an Irish family. my granddad, my maternal granddad, was from Belfast. My maternal grandmother was from Galway. And even my name, I'm not going to say my name on here, but it's an Irish name. And that comes from my father's side. So I am pretty much Irish, but also Scottish as well. And so someone thought it would be a good idea to go to Galway for Paddy's night. But not just Paddy's night. No. Not just St. Patrick's Day. No. Not just St. Patrick's evening. No. 4 days. 4 days. Friday, Tuesday. Flying back Tuesday. But we're going to be seeing a lot of things. We're going to where family was originally from and that. But this is the really exciting bit. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited about, the family stuff. It's my roots. Going back to my roots, yeah. The place of my birth. Well, it's not actually. I was born in Taplow, Berkshire, in the Canadian Red Cross. But hey, no. Have you seen that west coast of Ireland? Have you actually seen it? Yeah. How could I go out there for 4 days and not do a wild camp? How? It would be criminal. Absolutely criminal. So, I've got a booked flight. I still haven't booked the flight yet. Everyone else has. Flight is probably going to be booked already. But I'll have to book it this month. And then I'm going to have to pay the extra because I'm bringing my camping gear. I'm going to that west coast. Now, it's going to be windy. I don't know about the beach. I don't know how close I'm going to be able to get to the sea because coming off that Atlantic, it's going to howl. So, but yeah, it would just be wrong not to do a video, not to have a camp and make a little YouTube video about Ireland. So yeah, looking forward to that next year. That'll be nice. Keep them peeled. Love the sound of church bells. That's Swaffham in the distance. Swap. You don't get anyone up this way. None. When I was first setting up, I thought I could hear crunching because the ground is just, you can see what it is. Couldn't see anyone though, but I've not heard anyone. But yeah, all the paths. So even in the summer, it's going to be even less likely I'm going to get someone up here because all the paths are overgrown. Well, to be honest, I'm in these shorts and I'll be very surprised if I don't get a tick. I've been looking, but if I do, I do. But yeah, it's all grown up, so no one's coming through here. But yeah, going to have a little walkabout. I'm going to steal that from Jamie Does Wild Bikepacking. Sorry, Jamie. Love you. Bye. Right, let's have a little mooch, shall we? See, that was the rape field. Can't even get through there now. There's just ferns everywhere. But yeah, that was the rape field. Oh, do I go through the ferns and risk a tick? No. We go this way. See what I mean? It's overgrown. And I'm in there. All this is growing up now. This was just dirt when I was here the other week. Yeah, look, there's all that deadwood. It goes on. Loads and loads and loads of it. Just go over a little wander. What's that chirping away? Stinging nettles everywhere and I'm in shorts. Brilliant idea. No, it's not really much here. They've got pheasant feeders, so obviously they have a shoot round here. Nah, nothing. Right, I'm back again. It's proper dark. Sorry, I've not been filming. I've been on Ali Outdoors live stream. If you haven't subbed to Ali Outdoors, Outdoors Ali, I've been on Outdoors Ali's live stream. If you haven't subbed to him, give him a shout. He gets out and about. Good channel, great channel. Ali, I'm back in a bit. Look, there's the sweet and sour chicken. Sorry, mate, I had to come off the live because I've got to do a bit of filming. So let's slice this bad boy open and see what it's like. Oh, I've got to clean my knife. Oh, shit, burnt my legs. I'm in shorts. Oh, I just burnt myself. Right, hold on. Right, where did I put my spoon? Oh, what the Sorry, swearing. I try not to swear on this channel, but oh, there it is. Got it. Right, this is the MOD Rat Pack sweet and sour chicken with rice. It's glowing. Right, let's have a go, shall we? What was it I had last time? Was it it was chicken something, wasn't it? My bad. All right. Oh, I like this. I really do like this. I've got to score this. I'm going to give this I'm going to give this an 8. Definitely an 8. 8 out of 10. I could be more generous, actually. 8.3. Lovely. Right. I've got to go back on Ali's live, so I'll be back in a bit. Mosquito. I got bitten by a mosquito earlier. I was munching on my leg. And I bet you I'm going to get a tick as well. Sake. Why did I wear shorts? What an idiot. Sorry, I'm swearing again. I don't mean to swear. I'm trying not to. I've just been on Ali's live. It's always live. It's always lively on Ali's live. It's a good live, actually. But Ali's is pretty upbeat. It has his electronic sounds he makes. And my head's bobbing. I said on his the first live stream I went on, I said I was well drunk. I mean, I was proper drunk. I was on there. I've been drinking all day. And I was, what was it? What did I say? What was it? It was something like back alley £5 or something. I just when the music's playing, I'm just like, boom, 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 boom. Just can't help it. Just you do it. You don't even mean to. Right, that sweet and sour chicken and rice was all right. Yeah, I've scored it at 8.3. It's yeah, not too bad. Right, I got to give my cousin Chloe another call. She called me in the middle of the live, and I told her I'll get back to her. Ali's lives are good. You should join them. Honestly, Outdoor Ali. If you haven't seen his channel I'll put a link in the description. He's a good guy. So yeah, right, I'm going to be back in a bit. I'm going to have something else to eat in a minute. I'm not even tired. I might make a little something else to eat in a minute. I've got an Indian or something. I'm going to have that, another rat pack, and then, so I've got this torch on because the light, I never brought my lamp with me, so it's a bit shit on the old lighting. I'm sorry about that. Did I ever tell you about the time I was a dolphin trainer? An unofficial dolphin trainer. We're going to go way back to 1988. It might have been 89 actually. I was 16. So it could have been, no, it was 88. I left school. And I got a job at Windsor Safari Park on the amusements. My first wages, my first pay packet was 150 quid out of a little brown envelope served to me through the hatch by Ginger, the miserable git. Oh, Ginger was miserable. Oh, he was miserable. I nearly got sacked on my first day by Terry Nutkins. I was looking after it was at the top of the hill. If you go to Legoland, you'll see it's on a big hill. And my area, my amusements, was right at the top of the hill next to the Dolphinarium, SeaWorld. Sort of boiling some water. Anyway, I was sitting down. It was a lovely summer's morning. I was sitting down. There was no one in the park. And this bloke walks past. You know who Terry Nutkins is. You know, he used to do Animal Magic with Johnny Morris. Anyway, he worked with Michaela Strachan and that. Long hair, going a bit bald on top. Anyway, yeah, he came past and he spoke to my supervisor. And my supervisor came up to me after he walked off and said, "Get up." He said he was just about to sack you. He said, "But I told him it was your first day." He said, "Not to catch you doing it again." There's no one around. I was 16 years old. Anyway, I used to spend a lot of time watching the sea life, the dolphins and the killer whale, Winnie the whale. And I was also a smoker back then. I used to smoke the old wacky baggy, bit of resin and that. And it was one morning, I used to get there early because I weren't there for an agency. I was there because my dad's friend of the family, worked as maintenance there, and he got me in direct with the park. So I was employed by Windsor Leisure instead of an agency. But I used to have, the thing was, because he used to run me in, he'd get there super early, like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'd have to kill like 2 hours before the park opened. And I was there one morning over the reserve tank, watching the water glistening in the sun. No one's around. And then all of a sudden, in my daydream, I had half-eaten mackerel thrown at me on the little ledge, and I hear this laughing. And I look up from this mackerel, and there's a dolphin in the middle of the pool laughing at me. I looked at this mackerel, I looked at the dolphin, and I said, "You want this?" And it's like, "Eat, eat, eat." I kid you not. I'm stoned at this point, right? I picked up this mackerel, like, "What, you want it?" And it's going, "Eat, eat, eat." So I've thrown this half-eaten mackerel at the dolphin. It's let back and caught it. Well, so ensued. Game of catch for about 2-3 minutes with this dolphin using a half-eaten mackerel, and we're tossing it backwards and forwards. Anyway, because I had a whistle, because I worked in amusements, when the kids were being errant on the little fort and that, I used to have to blow the whistle and say, "Oh, you little bollocks, behave." I'd seen so many sea life shows that I actually knew some of the commands. So I'm there, I've looked around, there's no one around. I thought, yeah, go on, we're going to do this. We have a game with this dolphin. Can't remember what the commands are now, but I knew about 3 or 4 of them. And I've blown these commands one by one. I kid you not, I had this dolphin on its tail doing that, spinning around, shooting out the water and landing. I had it doing that waving thing when it swims around the pool. And then the trainer came out of a bucket of mackerel, right? Oh, she was not happy. Oh, she screamed at me. "Leave the dolphins alone." Don't you do that. I got caught. Yeah, that was it. That was my little foray into dolphin training. But I must say, I was only 16 at the time. I'm not into that shit now. I don't think. I know. Not. I don't think. I know they should. Excuse me. They should not be in captivity. Dolphins, killer whales. They should not be in captivity. They're not endangered. We can't give them the things that they need. We can't give them a realistic environment. They're social creatures. They deserve to be and need to be out in the wild. But, I was 16 at the time. I didn't know better. But yeah, that was my little story about being an unofficial dolphin trainer for about 20 minutes. Can you say you've ever played catch with a dolphin using a half-eaten mackerel? I can. My torch is dying. Oh, I can't believe it. My torch is done. How the hell? What have I? Is it? Or whatever. I think it's dying anyway. So, yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, I needed to get out. I had to. It's been a crap week. What of everything on the news? You had, what do you have? First, you had those stabbings of those babies in France with another bloody lunatic. Then you had that thing in Brittany with that British family, an 11-year-old girl was killed when the next door neighbour, the mad Dutchman, opened fire over a neighbourly dispute. And now Nottingham. Just, I can't, I struggle to deal with this world. I really do struggle. And coming out here just takes your mind off it. So I'm not going to dwell on it. It's just mad. The world is absolutely mad. Many of you will know if you've watched my vids. I live in an area surrounded by air bases. 5 miles from RF Marham, F-35s, Lakenheath just down the road, in next to Mildenhall. So I get a selection of aircraft. I get F-35s. I get F-35Bs out of Marham, F-35As. No, are they A's? No, the C's. I think it's the C's. No, the C's are the carriers. The F-35A is the Air Force One. F-35As out of Lakenheath and F-15s. And you get the occasional Typhoon out of Collingsbury in Lincolnshire. And they are doing a lot of flying lately. I've been up this way 10 years, and typically they don't fly weekends. They don't fly at night. They don't fly at weekends. They don't fly bank holidays. Okay, fucking flies everywhere here. But they've really increased their flying lately. They're flying weekends. They're flying nights. They are just they're training for something, which makes sense. The way the world is at the minute with Russia and everything, it would be mad if they weren't. It doesn't mean that they're up to something. It doesn't mean they're up to something. It doesn't mean they know something. Maybe they do, but it just makes sense to be training, I suppose. But yeah, a hell of a lot of flying, night flying, weekends, and all that. And the other day, I was in Bristol. It's just outside Hull, North Norfolk, and I was at a customer's doorstep, and I could hear the jets. I knew jets were in the air, and then I've heard this noise, and I knew this was low. And I looked towards the main road. I looked down the road. It was only a little back street I was on. I looked down towards the main road, and there's a terrace row of houses that go up and down this road. This typhoon has gone over these houses, almost 250 feet, if that, at about 300 knots. Literally. And it's like, if you're into aircraft like I am, it's exciting. It's like, I've never seen one that low. I've never seen, in the 10 years I've been here, I've never seen a fighter jet that low. Which, says a lot. Normally, when you see the typhoons, because obviously typhoons aren't based in Norfolk, they're based at Coningsby and Lossiemouth. When you do see typhoons, they're normally at altitude, so you see them turning and doing their dogfighting or flying like a two-ship or whatever. I've never, ever, ever seen one going that low. The sort of low you normally see over the Lake District or the Mac Loop in Wales, the Peak District. I've never seen one that low in Norfolk. So that was novel, and that got me thinking as well. What's going on? Anyway, guys, I've had a great night. Nice chilled night. I know I've sat here talking rubbish. I was planning on doing a silent one, but it never works out that way, does it? I'm just going to finish my tea. I forgot the milk. So, yeah, black tea. Yeah, I'm going to finish my tea. I'm going to get myself turned in and bacon sarnies for the morning. Well, look, if you manage to get this far, stick around and watch me have me bacon sarnies in the morning. Exciting times. I do have other plans. I want to get back on a kayak soon. I want to get out and about. I've got to renew my British canoeing membership because I'd like to go further afield on that. I've got a few ideas, so that's something I want to do for the future, near future. So yeah, look, I'm going to turn in now. Like I said, finish this tea, get myself wrapped up, nice and snug. Have a good night's kip, and then we'll chat again in the morning. Good night, all. Good morning. Oh, the obligatory yawn. I need a wee. Back in a bit. I'm going back to bed about 5 o'clock in the morning. Little cuckoo's going. And I'm still in shorts and t-shirt. What's that? I thought I nearly done the bungee then. Right, no, the bungee's there. Right, bed. I was cold last night. I made a boo-boo. Bought the wrong sleeping bag. This thing. Not good. What a cracking day. Oh, you just can't beat mornings like this. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love this time of year. Yeah, so my usual overnight sleeping report. Oh, I was cold. I was damn cold. Right, first off, obviously, I'm going to get a draft through there, right? I knew that. I was using this body warmer. Just took it off that, sort of put it here and tucked it in. Kept the draft, kept me warm a bit. No, this sleeping bag is no. Should have bought the mango free season. It gets cold in these woods. Oh, as I knew it would, but hey, I'm an idiot. Yeah, so I had a bit of a fitful night's sleep. You know, it is what it is. Part of the experience. Should think about getting up. Look at that big. Look. Go grey. camp draws to a near end, and it's been a nice one. Didn't have the deer keeping me up all night. No, it was just that sleeping bag. I only took that one because it was lighter than the 3-season Vango. It was just space, so I compromised and I got cold. One final thing I'd just like to touch on. I recently started following the Woodlander. I'm sure many of you know about his channel, and yeah, I got onto him after Richard Vobes interviewed him, a little walk around in his land, and he set up the Woodlander initiative. Basically, it's about buying land, taking land back. I signed up, £10 a year membership, and then you get to buy shares. And I think the idea is that everyone gets, if you can get 1,000 people to have £1,000 worth of shares, you know, that's £1 million. That's a lot of land you can buy to utilise for the people's use. So yeah, I'm going to start buying shares soon. And you know, if it's something you're interested in, go and take a look. It's the first positive thing I've come across. No one else has got any answers. As said on the channel, we're not going to vote our way out of this mess. There is no political answer. Politics is done. It's over. I'm not going into politics. I'm not doing it. Going into it on this channel. I'm not going into politics either. No way in the world. But no, yeah, give up on politicians. We've got to find our own way. So yeah, go check out his channel, The Woodlander. Have a listen to what he says. Check out the website. Read the Constitution. And if you like it, it's £10 a year membership. And once you're a member, you've got the option of buying shares. So I should be buying my first lot of shares soon. This isn't me telling you what to do with your money. I'm just saying, go and have a look. Well, that's brekkie over. The bacon sarnies were lovely. My backpack's going to be a whole lot lighter. Just got to pack up now. Yeah, it's a great little camp. Like I said, a bit cold last night, but that was a trade-off I made for bringing a lighter sleeping bag. So it is what it is. But yeah, I had a really nice night. It's been chilled. It's lovely. Still a bit perplexed about this spot. This doesn't look like the spot I was at last time, but it's got to be. I don't remember that sort of wooden fence thing over there either. I don't know. One of those things. It's a mystery, like that little walk I took down the old train line and ended up back at my starting point. That was freaky. I don't know if I told you about that. That was proper freaky. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Yeah, I'm going to start getting packed up in a minute. And yeah, I'm not going to do any more filming. Not going to do the silly filming, walking out nonsense and going back and getting the camera. No, I'm just going to say goodbye now. So, look, if you managed to get this far, thank you for tagging along. You're more than welcome. I'm hoping to get out and about a lot more this summer. I really, really, really want to do the Ridgeway or the Kennet and Avon Canal. I can't do both. I'm not going to have time nor the money to do both. So I've got to get down there as well. But the Ridgeway would be nice. If I can do the Ridgeway, either walk it or cycle it, we'll see. But yeah, that'll be a good one. That's one for the book. All right. That is it. So I wonder what that was then. I've ruined my trainers, by the way. They were blue, they're now brown. So anyway, right, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you ever so much for everything, really, for sticking with it, for watching this video. You know, give it a like. If you've just stumbled upon this and you like what you see, consider hitting subscribe. I know our smaller channels, we're up against it now. YouTube has changed so much, and it's just harder and harder for channels like ours to grow. So yeah, every little helps, so to speak. So yeah, if you could hit that like, subscribe, and that'd be great. If not, oh well, not the end of the world. Right, have a lovely Saturday, people. The sun is shining where it is over here in Norfolk, and I shall see you on the next one. Right, until then, take care. Dug out.